Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Witchspire. And today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about pets, type, usages, and so on and so forth, and how to take care of them. Number one, we have 4 types of basic pets, like the normal ones, 0 rarity, no stars, nothing, no buffs whatsoever. Then we have the rare ones. The rare ones are the blue ones, or the 1-star ones. Then we have the epic pets. These are the epic pets. I don't have much of them because I don't value them that much. Because anything that is like purple is not gonna do it after you see what a legendary is. Because the legendaries have the top tier, like the best stats that you can get. And like these are honestly the only ones worth it. Even like a very low level, let's say starter area triple star is much better than a purple that's like a legend. That's a purple. Yeah, an end game mob that is purple is not gonna beat a pet that is legendary and from the starter zone. Yeah, depending on their elements, let's say. Each of these pets actually have 2 different varieties as well. One of them is Shifty. What is Shifty? Let me tell you, like this. These are Shifty pets. So sometimes as you're moving along the world, you will see, like, this is the normal color of Spectra, right? Look. This is the Shifty version. It is just different color. Shifty is just that. There is nothing more about it. Yeah, like literally that's it. It's just a normal pet with a different color. That is called a Shifty mob. And they do not give any bonuses, they do not have any stats that they have, and so on and so forth. And then there is these ones. The Zaviant. This is a one-of-a-kind pet, by the way. Like, I couldn't find any other. But these pets are called Celestials. Celestial pets are the ones that are not only shifty, but they are like this. They have astral versions of themselves. So they're like mini-gods, let's say, or deities inside the game. And this is everything about their rarity. And let me tell you this, like currently the most powerful pet that you can actually acquire in this game is the Grand Loof. After the Grand Loof, it's the dragon. And after the dragon, nothing else matters because you're never gonna need a second pet if you have the Grand Loof. This guy is so tough, he never dies basically. And just because of him, like this guy reduced my playtime by I think like 10 hours. Simply because, for example, like he killed the first boss in 5-6 hits. Then during the final boss, I just took care of the mobs, if you have watched the gameplay videos. Like this guy took care of the final boss as well, for this patch at least, or this early access version's end. So get this one. Like I have a full video about like it's a 4 or 5 minute video about how to get OP at the start of the game. One of them is getting this guy. Aside from that, you might have food problems and so on. I have infinite food guides in other videos. You can have infinite amount of these, but let me tell you this. Look, some of the food in this game have numbers on them, like say 15 HP per second. What does that mean? Your HP is much lower. Like look at the CDs. 1 2 3 4 bars, right? Look here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, and that's a celestial mob. If you go to Mr. Grand Loof, Mr. Grand Loof has a... Please don't leave me. Thank you. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, and this guy has absolutely 0 points in HP because he doesn't need it, by the way. So yeah, you have much lower HP than your pet. So these numbered foods are for healing you. Because the pet's HP is so gigantic, you need to feed your pets the percentage heals. Okay, and how do you do that? After equipping the, let's say the food, if you press right click, you feed it to your pet. If you press left click, you eat it yourself, and you get the vitality points that I just got like 47 of it. Yeah, I'm at 47 for some reason. I'm not gonna tell you how. But anyways, yeah, the percentage-based foods are for that. So keep that in mind. Do not feed your pet like these. You're never going to heal this dude with verdant bloom petals. Aside from that, if you have noticed, like each of these locations inside the game, like these crafting stations, have specific pets on them. the level of the pet and the rarity of the pet and the number. Oh god, you just saw what happened. Yeah, you can learn that exploit in another video. Haha, that's called marketing. I just did product placement there. Haha. But yeah, based on the level of the mobs that you have inside and based off their rarity, the speed of production actually increases inside every single building that you have. So it is always best to put your 3-star legendaries like where you are farming, ore mining, or for example like doing ore mining like that. That guy's a legendary, for example. And he's the fastest, and that thing is still slow. I can't imagine how slow that thing is with a normal mob. Don't put normal mobs there. Aside from these, you will also at some point get this item. Yes, the Geredd's fancy brush. You can also get a brush from luminaries. You don't need it. If I remember correctly, I got the brush from somewhere here. I sadly do not remember where I got it from, so I don't want to lead you, but I think it was somewhere here. So what does this brush do? If you read the thingy that is written there, it was going to grant a 50% familiar health. So, remember, look at the HP. Boom, there you go. 50% more HP. This guy becomes just indestructible. Literally becomes indestructible. You don't need to hit it multiple times. Just one click and we're done. But let me tell you one this. This game is an early access, okay? It's a buggy game. So every time you actually change this, every time you ride your broom, before any fight, try to at least do one of these on them. Yeah, you will thank me later, because a lot of times these buffs get off of them for some reason, for some weird reason. It's an early access game, so we can't do anything other than being patient and waiting for the, let's say, next patches that are about to drop. So keep that in mind. Stay safe. That will help you a lot. Aside from that, look. So far, let me show you my gear. Look at my gear's stats. Spellblade damage, 1 damage. Crit damage, 1 damage. Look here. Familiar damage, only 30%. Keep that in mind. Then we have 1% leech from here. Right. Wand, spell damage, mana. Here we have familiar health, spirit lingering, 50% speed, nothing to care about. Familiar health, spellblade damage, and max health, but less attack speed. See, I almost have no familiar damage items. The reason is, just get this guy. Like, make your life easy. You don't need to play this game the hard way. This guy, if you give him enough HP, like, you can just put all of the stats that you get for him just on leech and just on damage. You will not even need this resistance. Like, I just put it there just because I wanted to have a little bit of resistance to see how much it actually affects it. It has absolutely no change in it. And one more thing. For that, we will actually need to grab 2 pets of the same kind or type, let's say. And yeah, that's a, by the way, that's a normal Grand Loof. I never had the chance to actually get a leveled up one. And I finished the game with it. Let me see. Okay, Cheryl will do. Mr. Cheryl, look, these are 2 different Cheryls, right? But it is not only the pet that you need to care about, or the rarity that you need to care about. Pets themselves, not only they can be shifty, they can actually be different, totally different pets from each other. How? Look at the base one. Flame Volley, Rebel Blaze, right? Look, Flame Volley, Rebel Blaze, right? But look at the stats. Damage. We have a stun victim, we have critical strike, we have resistance, we have knocks and locks resistance. But look at this one. Haha. There you go. Sturdy chance. Critical strike chance. Damage. No damage here. See? This is just a worse version of this guy. The first 5 never actually change, but the other ones always do change. What I suggest about these, make your pet have at least something like this fella here. Yes, this 10% damage, because it's easy. It is 50% damage for just 5 points. If you put the same points here, you're gonna get only 25% damage. So the pet that you are getting definitely needs to have the deadly here. And if you ask me, like, do you need more healing reserve? Do you no, nothing. Pets are absolutely broken. Their HP isn't balanced right now. Their, let's say, attack patterns are not. Spell trajectory is not coded right now because it's early access. It's very early in this game's lifespan. So all you have to care about is actually direct left-click damage or one-hit physical damage of your pet. And the only way to increase it is by getting this too. So if you don't have this, try to go get a pet that actually have this, because the other ones are just absolutely garbage. The resistances do not matter because mobs will always target you. Mobs will 90%, 99%, let me say that, 99% of the time, enemies will target you and not your pet, unless you're like sitting here and you're ordering this guy to, Cheryl, go and fight that guy. And then you have to... Okay, give me a second, let me go there. Yeah, let's assume I ordered that. Man, do you really want to sit here and watch a Pokemon battle from far? Well, you can just simply do like... Done. See, like, do you really want to do that? By the way, that's a spell on my wand. Yeah, like, you don't need to deal with this, so... just get damage on your pet.
It's good
and get a lot of wand damage, so you're done. I know, a lot of people love doing pet battles. It is not yet the time, let's say. It is not yet the time for doing that. And aside from that, let me see. Did we miss anything? Nope, not that. And, well, check the guide video about how to get... Calm down. Check the guide video about how to get infinite stuff, because if you get these infinite stuff that I have here, your gaming experience will become 200% less of a hassle. So, go watch the other video. If you have any questions about this game, I now have finally finished the whole thing, and I'm now just base making, to be honest. I want to make a good place here to live, actually, because I'm planning on actually covering this game. It's a good game. It is a good game. I'm curious about to see the roadmap and what they will do about it. So, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section. Thanks for the hypes, likes, subs, memberships, and supers, and your beautiful presents. If it's nighttime, I hope you sleep like babies. And if it's daytime, I hope you haven't reached the end of the game. It was a real bummer. I really got sad about it. See you in the next video, fellas.